Hey guys, this is Booligan with Airsoft Retreat, BooliganAirsoft.com, and Airsoft Insider Magazine. Today we're going to take a look at a gun that I reviewed for Airsoft Insider Magazine, the Aries Generation 3 M4 with the electronic fire control unit. Along with the gun itself, we'll be taking a look at the programmer, which is what allows you to change the different burst settings for the FCU, the fire control unit. This gun is a full metal replica, currently priced about $280. And the programmer, which really is a must-buy with this thing if you want to fully use all of its different features, is about $48 extra. It's kind of a bummer that you have to buy the programmer separately, but we'll take a look at the different features that it can afford. Let's go ahead and take a look at this gun's features, some of the pros, some of the cons. Let's go ahead and take a look on the bench. Let's take a closer look at some of the features of the Aries Gen 3 M4. First and foremost, it is a full metal-bodied replica. Metal buffer tube, metal upper receiver. You have a metal outer barrel, front sight, front sling mount, rear sight. Basically everything that should be metal is metal. You have a polymer furniture on the front, crane stock, and on the pistol grip, but is high quality, and as you can see, very, very slight wobble. Nothing too bad, really. Some of the things that are special about this gun, first you'll notice, has custom trademarks for us, Booligan Airsoft Insider. Really, it's to prevent me from ever being able to sell the gun, as it says not for sale, but I like the fact that I finally have a gun with my name on it. That's pretty damn cool. The gun is wired to the rear, and we will be showing off in just a moment how to use the programming unit with it. To adjust the hop up, pull back the charging handle, and you'll notice that it locks in the open position, has a rotary style hop up, and then to pop forward, just push the bolt catch. Pretty easy. The gun is really functionally just a basic M4. Some of the weird things that Aries has done at the front, instead of a 14mm negative threaded muzzle, it is 14mm positive, which means to loosen it, you go to the left, to tighten it, you go to the right. This will limit your ability to find muzzle accessories for this gun. If you don't like it, you can change out the barrel. It uses a standard M4 type barrel, so you can change it out if you need to. However, I just threw on a spare metal flash hider that I had. The gun does feature a full metal gearbox. Inside the gearbox is a quick change spring system, which you access by unscrewing the buffer tube. And if you check out the full review in Airsoft Insider Magazine, you will find all of the specs of the gearbox. It's a pretty well built gearbox, and the big key feature inside is the fire control unit. Let's go ahead and I will show you how the fire control unit programmer works. As it currently sits, I have the gun programmed for safe semi 3-round burst. As you'll see, safe, semi, and 3-round burst. As you can see, it is an auto completion system, so if you just barely tap the trigger on 3-round burst, it will continue firing. How to program it. First, unplug your battery and your gun. Take the optional programming unit, slide these little rubber caps off, and you put them there so you don't lose them, and you plug it in where indicated. So AEG on one side. Great if I could get it plugged in. Battery on the other. It's kind of upside down. You notice the thing beeps. So turns on, it's got a little light, couple of dials. First you want to set it to your battery type. Nickel metal hydride, 2-cell LiPo, 3-cell LiPo. I'm using an 11.1 volt battery, so we're doing 3-cell LiPo. This dial here, you'll see it changes the lights, kind of stiff button there, on what firing mode we want. Let's set it to safe, 3-round burst, and auto. You have your settings all dialed in. Go ahead and push enter, and do not touch the gun. Light's gonna blink. This is going to run for about 20 seconds or so. You're going to have to resist the urge to unplug it. You can mess up the programming of the thing. So just let it sit, do its thing. It'll let out a beep when it's done, and then your gun will be ready to go. One thing that I've noticed, usually the first time that you've changed it, you may get a brief... Okay, it's done. I was going to say you may get a brief moment of like semi-auto instead of 3-shot burst the first shot, but it's happened to me once or twice. So now you can unplug it once it's completed, reconnect the battery to your gun, And now, safe. 3-shot burst. And full auto. As you can see, the program is very easy to use. Nice part. Unplug it. Let it sit essentially forever. Plug it back in. And it still keeps your selected fire mode. Nice part about this trigger system, it has autocomplete. It will complete a cycle every single time. It is a micro switch trigger system, so your trigger pull is super light. You're basically just pushing a button, super crisp. And you'll notice there's no need for a decocker or anything like that, because the thing will complete every single cycle, leaving the spring decompressed. It does this using magnets on the gear. It's an interesting system. Again, read the full review in Airsoft Insider magazine to get the pictures of the internals. So let's take a look at its performance and stuff like that. Okay, we've taken a closer look at some of the features of this gun. Let's talk performance. My model was shooting right about 410 FPS with a .20 gram BB. Rate of fire is pretty low. I'm using my 11.1 volt Tenergy 20C 1000 milliamp hour battery. I only got about 16 or 17 rounds per second. Not really blistering fast performance. However, it does use a standard motor, so if you want to upgrade, you can certainly do that. Range and accuracy, I was able to put rounds on a standard torso size target at about 160 feet. Once I really dialed in the hop up. The hop up in this thing does require a little bit of extra time to tune. So overall, there you have it, some of the features of the Aries Gen 3 M4. If you want to see the full review of this gun, be sure to check out Airsoft Insider Magazine, issue number 2, which should be on newsstands now. As always, thanks for watching.